Good morning there, backyarders, and welcome back to the 1965 Lincoln Project. I apologize for my lateness, but I unfortunately got COVID, and along with another virus, and on top of that, I had a sinus infection. So my body just said, hey, you know what, let's go for broke. But I'm recovering, so you'll have to excuse if my voice is a little off. But what we have here is the dash for the 65. Now, because of the amount of work that we're going to be doing this for the next 2 weeks, because this gentleman would like to have the vehicle up and running again, I have to do things quick. First off, as you can see, the original vinyl has peeled from the dash. Now, the good news is the vinyl is intact, and there are no cuts in this thing. Blew my mind was that after all these years, no cuts, in the original vinyl. So it's all intact. It is dirty like I have never seen. I mean, it's got embedded stuff into it, but I can get that out over time. It just takes a little bit of time. Allow it to heat cycle, in the sun a little bit, and then there's some chemicals that I use, and soap and water mainly, to soak in and just bring it to the surface so that I can get off the surface stuff that's in there. The stitching is in great shape. No major problems, no breaks, no cuts, no anything. So we're good. All I got to do is just re-upholster it back on. The dash components, as you can see here, the original speedometer assemblies and stuff like that, these are actually being replaced, and these are being done with the Dakota Digitals. So these are the units that Dakota makes for this to replace it. So you've got your speedometer casing here, and you've got your volt temp, oil pressure, and everything. So we're all in the digital universe now. And so this makes it a lot easier for several things. I think one of them is, I don't even think this thing had an RPM gauge. No. Yeah. See? We even got now an RPM gauge on this one. So this is going to do it. And of course, it requires you have to use the VHX box. This is the interface box. So this is where you're going to get all your data information from. What's nice is they do supply all the equipment, bungs and attachments and everything for the block. They also got the new speedometer structure for the transmission itself right there. So all that's there. That's really good. Also, I'm using a painless wiring harness for the system. This is a universal one, and the reason why I'm using this is that it has the extra long cable. It's a wonderful product. I've used several of these, and I will tell you flat out, this plastic material that they have here is high quality. Now, I've seen a lot of the cheap Chinese ones and stuff, and they just flat out are garbage beyond belief. I mean, cheap. Even the copper inserts in here that they use to hold for the fuses and everything, man, they're garbage on these Chinese ones. So, but this one here has all of the stuff I'll need, like you've got your blinker assembly there. This is probably a secondary, so you can do like flashers or something, like say all of them at one time. This is probably blinker, and this is probably like emergency flasher. This up here, I'm not too sure. I haven't figured out what this one is. I haven't gone through it. But obviously, they've given you relay assemblies. They give you, wire butts and, all the things you could possibly need. These are okay. I will not be using any of these. Everything I do is soldering, so I won't be doing any of those connecting. Here you can see, let's see what we got here. We got a couple more relay assembly pieces. Oh, they even give you zip ties. That's pretty nice. See, 2 flashers. So obviously that is what that's for, is most likely, blinkers, and then one for main flashers. Main connectors, everything. Oh, look at that. That's nice. So you get alternator connections. These are the adhesive sleeves, so they will seal down and be watertight. That is really nice. Look at that. They even give you the diodes, for certain protections. This is probably, I haven't read in here, this is probably for, it could be for backflow for a couple of different electrical resistors in here. Well, I'm going to have to go through the manual on this to see what these are, what certain, cars, because this is a universal kit, so I have to look at why they have these in there. But main cable for, like, say, the alternator to the battery, which that's going to be different anyway because I'm doing a 4-gauge run all the way to the back. Actually, I'll probably do an 8 gauge run all the way back because I'm going to move the battery to the back of the car. Here we've got, again, we've got the main dash, radio. Probably go ahead and replace this. We were talking about maybe doing some sort of updated, cool thing, but there was, I was thinking about, no, old car, let's just do the good classics. And I'll probably get one of those old radios that they get, where it's a new digital everything and stuff. I forgot the name of the company, but I'll probably just replace it because it's real simple, and it'll also lighten the weight up in the dash. This does have AC in the system, so I have to get this all squared away. Good news is the main switches are working, and this one caught my eye right here. This is a quartz style thing. This is 1965, and they had these quartz digital clocks. So this probably at some point was like nutso expensive to make back then. Do everything in LEDs. I'll replace all the original bulbs with LEDs and etc. The hard part on this dash is going to be here. So this is where the heavy work is going to be done. Now the good news is that here, everything in this thing is vacuum controlled. So all the AC systems and stuff, when switching vents and all that, it's all AC is done through this little wheel right here. And so as I change the settings right here, it moves the vacuum ports, and so you pick up stuff like move the vent to the top, like blow to the defroster, or blow out of these vents, or blow on the floor. So that's what this is for right here. So I have to get all this, and the good news is that it still has all the original hardware. I'm going to replace all these tubes, but it has colors and they're intact, so I get to play let's go figure out all the rest, which is not going to be fun. But here's, you can see somebody came in here and did some bullshit at some point. Don't even know what it is yet, so I got to figure out what's what. Love the speaker. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's sweet. I mean, that bitch head baby sounded really good. So pretty much, I've got to take this whole thing apart right now and start the rewiring, which is going to be replacing every bit of the wiring in this thing. So I'm going to get it all done. See, this is originally, what this did is that this wiring harness right here zigzagged in the car, because over here on the passenger side in the center, this is where the fuse block is. So inside kind of hard, you have to, say kick panel. This is over here in this kick panel area. So in this kick panel is where the fuse block will be located at. So I got to make sure that I get the painless, working its way up here to do all the dash stuff, and then get it mounted over there. But this is how that they transferred the wiring across the vehicle from one side to the other side. And these are like these connectors here are for the doors, and so here you're looking at stuff like windows, and let's see, this is probably original, maybe headlights probably. Pull it off the dash, I don't know where the hell it came off of, to be honest with you. When I ripped the whole thing out, there's a, it might be like, like that, somewhere, but I have to take a look at that. I'll take a look at that later. But anyway, I just wanted to get you guys an update of this, the 65, and I'm going to have to get started on it today. So I'll show you a little later the changes that I'm doing, and we'll go from there. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.